Are you curious about how the fourth industrial revolution will impact you, your career, and your organisation? In this second part of a series of 6 videos, you'll hear about innovation, its significance to your success as a professional, your organisation, and the important role it will play in defining successful leaders and organisations this decade. Hello, I'm Rocky Scopoletti, futurologist, and welcome to this channel where we talk about all things to do with the fourth industrial revolution and equip you with the insights to create the confidence you need for your success this coming decade. So please do subscribe, like, and comment on the channel to keep up with the fascinating leaders I'll be interviewing and the insights I'll be sharing with you. This video is an interview I recently conducted with Christina, co-CEO of the Singularity U in Australia, on the topic of innovation. These are her insights and experiences. So joining me today is Christina Gerakiteys, who is the co-CEO of the Singularity U here in Australia. So welcome, Christina.
Thank you.
I get really super excited about the thought that there's 1 billion people still in the world who are not connected, who are going to be connected in the next 2 to 3, 4 years. And so, you know, when you think about the power of innovation and the capacity to innovate just through having that device and just being connected, you know, it's just mind-blowing to think, you know, what innovation awaits us.
Important. I think the crux of for me, what you just said is the education capacity that a device gives you, whether it's a mobile phone or an iPad, and then with that connectivity. So Google Earth are working on it with weather balloons, you know, Elon Musk is working on it with the satellites. There's a whole lot of people that are working on that connectivity. Once we are able to educate people on how to help themselves, it's that old fable. Again, here's the wisdom of age with the technology available to us now. You don't teach somebody, you don't give a man a fish, you teach them how to fish. And we should change that now. You don't teach a community, or you don't give a community the fish, you teach them how to fish. So it's that whole concept of you don't know what you don't know. And once we can open up with technology and we can educate more and more people. And you know, as you were talking about what's happening in our own backyard and in lower socioeconomic countries than we're blessed to live in, if I look at, we did an article recently on making water out of thin air. So out of necessity, there's a group of people in Africa who they've gone, you know what, what is oxygen? H2O, 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. There's water around. How do we extract that from the oxygen? How do we extract the water components? And they can literally create water out of thin air. If you think about it, our ancestors were doing it when they would with precipitation and condensation. So what we're taking is things from the ancient, marrying it with the technology and making new ways of creating it and doing it, which is absolutely amazing to be living in this time where that capacity is put in the hands of so many. And as you say, it's that education, it's that connectivity, and it's the sharing of knowledge that connectivity has allowed us. If we'd had this pandemic years ago, we wouldn't be FaceTiming our relatives all over the place. We wouldn't be able to still be connected with people all over the world, mind you, not just, you know, in our own backyards in Australia. That has changed the way, you know, that people have faced pandemic as well. But it's absolute, technology is a resource. And so people say, aren't you scared about people using technology for bad? And I go, no, I'm more concerned about the human behind the tech that uses it for bad. And I believe if we get to that egalitarian, if we can give everyone connectivity, if we can share as much knowledge and, you know, feed people and make sure people have got water, which we can do through the Sustainable Development Goals and the projects and the tech that is allowing exponential innovation, then we can reduce the number of people that feel the need to use tech for bad.
So on the question of innovation, how would you describe Australia's culture towards innovation?
When I attend places like the Boston Innovation Front End of Innovation conference in Boston, which I'm having to get back to and do a keynote this year. So I'm having to be there. They all look at me and go, "Oh my God, you guys in Australia are so far ahead of us." And I go, "Oh, yes, thank you." I'm going. Well, so the perception is different dependent on where you are in the world. I think we have the most amazing things happening in Australia. I know we've had some XTC winners, so Extreme Tech Challenge winners, have come, which is a global, tech for good competition. We've had Australian winners in that. What I guess the thing that we need to do more, I know there's more money coming, and it trickles out. I'm not quite sure that it's getting to the right places. I think the universities are progressing as well. So in that innovative capacity around research and how do you make it practical, not just academic, that's expanding. How do we work with industry? How do we put all these things together? That, again, let's go back to convergence. It's happening. It still disappoints me that a lot of our innovators head overseas, although I think the pandemic has slowed that down as well. It's wonderful to see groups like Atlassian and Canva that are Australian born have this global impact and then want to give back and have more impact on startups and everything. So I think we're in this flux period. We've been talking the talk for a long time. Fail fast. Oh, you failed. Hang on, I'm going to throw you out. You're going out with the lolly water.
That's right.
Because that has happened. We've been really good at the talk, but I almost think it's like that 100th monkey syndrome. Once you've said it enough, you start believing it. So people like me that have been in innovation since before it was trendy have been, and feel like I've been banging my head against a brick wall sometimes with talk about innovation and you need innovation in your strategy. How can you have an organisation and not have it in your strategy? But that whole progress, I think, is happening. And I think that we are slowly learning how to walk the talk from a higher level. Not the innovators. The innovators are like going for it. There's some amazing technologies and just amazing innovations. They don't all have to be technology. Then we get into the whole discussion around what do you consider to be innovation? Is it incremental? Is it disruptive? Is it like, where do you want to sit on the innovation line? Because some great change can happen from process innovation, and some people go, that's not called innovation. That's process development. So, the labels don't really worry me. But I see Australia as hopefully and open hearts and minds about to embark on leading the change. And we already have a disproportionate effect on what is happening around the planet. So to see that escalate would be great.
That's right. Christina, it's been wonderful talking to you. And let me just say a big thank you on behalf of many people that have been through the Singularity U programs here in Australia, and your passion, your contribution, I think, to change and adaptation is really much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for all your futurism work. I think it's amazing. And thank you for Juvenescence. How impactful is that?
Thank you. I hope you found Christina's insights and experiences insightful and fascinating, a truly inspirational leader of change. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this to anyone you feel will benefit from it. And please do leave comments below on any topics you want to explore in the emerging world of the Fourth Industrial Revolution.